Hello and welcome to a rather disjointed video, which by my standards is pretty bad. So this bit is going to go at the beginning of the video, and basically it's to say that all the footage you're about to see is the most haphazardly out of sync bunch of video crap that I've probably ever put together. It's certainly up there. The reason for that is that if you watch the part 1 version of this video, you'll know that I was trying to get this car, my C6, the one I'm driving now, ready for a funeral. Fun games, fun times, good times I had by all. And so basically it was like, oh, I'm trying to get it through the MOT. Will I get it through the MOT? Oh, blah, 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 jeopardy. Well, yeah. So there is a kind of intro I tried to film to the original kind of footage that I was putting together. And I will put that on in a minute. And then there's some out of sync stuff I did looking underneath the car. It's brief, there's not much tinkering going on. But it was a busy week, and the plan was to sort of almost film like a video diary of what I was doing with the car. Oh, it cut a massive chunk out of that hill. Yeah, it was basically to film a video diary of what was... Why is he sat in the middle lane? We're in a contraflow. Idiots. Anyway, I'm very easily distracted. That's why I'm not good at doing these. So, yes, that was the plan. I was going to put together like loads of little snippets of video and then splice it all together and go, this is the week. This is the second part. Did the C6 make it to the funeral? Blah, blah, blah. And it just didn't happen because I had work. We had a funeral. There's just so many things going on that it didn't work out like that. And but I wanted to kind of sign the video off. I didn't want to just leave it because of what we were doing. So yeah, as you can tell, I'm in the C6 and it's on the motorway, so you can probably assume that it did get through the MOT. I'm not that much of a rebel. It has in fact covered 432 miles since the MOT, so it's actually been used to go on a collection caper. Yeah, it's been and done one of them as well. There'll be a video coming on that. But yeah, the main reason for this one was that I was basically trying to touch base with what I'd done leading up to the deadline, which was the 7th of May, which was the funeral for my father-in-law, who passed away before time. He was not an old man. Yeah, I for some reason had it in my head that I wanted this car to be in the funeral procession, because I wasn't going to go in the limo at the front. We only had one limo, sensibly, because they're stupidly expensive. The funerals in general are stupidly expensive, and yeah, I said no, I'll just drive behind. Don't, make it easier, keep it cheaper. But I wanted to drive in this, and I made it. It did it, and it behaved brilliantly. It has had niggles since it's come back on the road. Surprise! But yeah, it did that day brilliantly. So yeah, I don't know what else to say really on that front. I'll sort of splice in the footage. There was some footage of me buffing the headlights, which comes after the little intro bit that I filmed, and then channel member Phil came down and cleaned the car up for me, and yeah, that's pretty much as far as we got with it. So there was no more footage after that. There was no more footage filmed after the funeral, and this is the first bit of video footage I've filmed since the funeral. I've even had a haircut. Well, I cut my own hair. I haven't had a haircut. So I've cut my own hair and gone to a funeral and smartened myself up and everything like that ever since. Since that last video happened, and now everyone's trying to get back into the normal swing of it, if you like. So yeah, so I'll put together everything I can, and I won't sign the video off. It'll just end when it ends, and I'll say thank you for all your kind messages and kind comments and things. Oh, there's a Lamborghini behind me. Who's more stylish, me or him? This is probably rarer. So yeah, I'll sign it off by saying yeah, thanks for your messages, thanks for the kind words and understanding and everything. And if you don't normally watch these videos, you'll wonder what the hell I'm talking about. But yeah, and I'll see you in the next video once this one's done, which will probably be a collection caper, and there'll be no mention of people passing away, hopefully. Don't think there is. So if you're picking this up from last week, this isn't the proper intro. I'm just running low on time. I'll say hello in a minute. This is catching up. So that bone dry. I went back in this morning. There was the faintest little smear, if you like, on the piston, which I think is probably something else that's dribbled down there. So I think what came out yesterday was years and years and years and years of residue condensed into a drip. The CV boot, oh yeah, that'll be it, is also changed. New one of them. So yeah, I'm off to try and get an MOT again. Yes, it's the C6. You might have already seen the video where I was on about trying to get it through an MOT and trying to get it back on the road and getting it ready for a funeral, which seems like a really odd way to sell a video. And the funeral in question has probably happened by now. If you've gone on for the spoilers, you'll already have gone on to the MOT systems or Vehicle Smart or DVLA or whatever to see if this thing passed the MOT. It did pass the MOT. We got it through. A new CV boot fitted to the near side front. I actually had to fit a stretchy boot, which I didn't want to do. I couldn't find a proper pucker Citroen one, or Febi or some decent make. Couldn't find one anywhere. So yeah, a stretchy boot it was, and I borrowed a tool from a garage up the road, an airline tool, which had a little basket on it, which went like that, and stretched it over the CV joint. Because could I get the CV joint off? No. I suspect it'll probably only last 2 years or something like that, because these modern stretchy CV boots, the rubber is not good. As it is on the ABS sensors too. The rubber on the ABS sensors, also bad. Because, well, as you can see here. Do you remember a couple of years ago I put new ABS sensors on this? Look at that. Modern rubber on cheap aftermarket parts. Garbage. Absolute crap. So yeah, new CV boot on. The strut did not leak, didn't dribble on the ramp overnight. So I've sealed that up. I've pulled the boot down. I've sealed it on. I suspect it probably is, like, there is a tiny weep, but the thing to remember with these systems is it's not a closed-ended system. It's not like brakes where if you've got a leak you could lose it. The reservoir is at the front of the car and there's a pump that pumps fluid to it, so that's not too much of a problem. I will probably have to sort something with that long term, but for now that isn't an issue. Oh, I'm covered in cleaning stuff, which is what I've been doing. You might notice the front of the car looking a little less bad than it did. Been polishing that headlight on that side to try and get it to go like that one, and actually it's come out quite well. So I'm going to stop standing in this doorway because it's light behind me and it's probably doing the camera a mischief. But yeah, basically that's where we are, and I shall pick the video up, well, when I'm making it look a bit more respectable. It's Sunday, it's a couple of days later, it's really sunny. This is the C6, as you can see. Yeah, going alright. So it's through the MOT. I actually had the air conditioning regassed Friday, which is irrelevant to you because you don't know what day it is now. Well, I just told you it's Sunday. So yeah, I had the aircon regassed. That's made it so much nicer because you can drive it with the windows shut now, which makes it's kind of like what the C6 is all supposed to be about. And it has done, well, it's done some miles. We've got some bugs on the front, but we're not going to have bugs for long. Why is this? Because channel member Phil has asked if he can come down here and clean it. So he's paying me money every month, and he's asked if he can come and clean the car. He's paying me to clean my car. He must really like cleaning cars. No, apparently he does. Apparently he loves cleaning cars. Well, I've buffed the headlight, and it's oh, that's what the hell is that covered in? Ugh. Maybe I'll clean it off. Yeah, basically trying to get this thing looking clean for the big fun and games party on in the week, you know, with the funeral. Yeah, slightly fly spattered. So it's done some miles yesterday. We took it to where the bloody hell did I go? Warwick, and then Redditch, and then Stratford, and then home again. Had a little hiccup on the way home. What's all that that's cracked in there? Oh, it's my head-up display background thing. Yeah, had a little hiccup on the way home. Had a charge light service malfunction, battery charge problem basically come up. I wasn't driving it, my wife was driving it because I was driving a car that we collected. Yeah, there'll be a video on that one later. Yeah, we drove it up there. I dug out the top don. Luckily took the top don with me. Plugged it in. It showed it was charging steady 12.9 to 13 non-stop, which doesn't sound high, but it's got a smart charge thing on it, so if it can sense the battery's fully charged, it kind of backs off the charge a little bit because it's like there's no point going nuts. Reset lots of fault codes on it. Had a lot of fault codes, and it dawned on me that when I put the ECU in after I'd had it remapped and told it to forget the EGR for a bit, I hadn't checked it for fault codes or anything like that, and it had been sat out here with a flat battery, and that does play merry hell with these cars. So there is a chance that it was just, and there were lots of flat battery issues on it, lots of flat battery fault codes, I should say. So it could just be that it had a funny 5 and went, what? No, it doesn't make sense. Or it could be that I'll go and drive it again at some point and it will break down. I hope it doesn't. Other than that, yesterday it did brilliantly well, so I'm happy. That's the barbecue. I have a couple of issues spoiling the Serenity. This door card creaks because someone's tightened this screw up, and I think they've over tightened it and it's split the door card there. So I'm going to see if I can sort something out with that. How many miles did it do yesterday? I'll have a look and show you. Hang on. That timing chain rattle when it's when it's cold, it's getting worse. 327 yesterday. When I left, it was on 23 to the gallon. And I can't see what it's on now because the screen's gone funny. It's now got up to 39.3 to the gallon at an average speed of 42. When it was at the 50-60 mile an hour mark, it was doing about 45 to the gallon. So that's good. Well, it's not good, but it's for this, it's quite good. Yeah, I absolutely loved driving it yesterday. The drive up there, the drive up there yesterday, I had a nice drive up the A34. Who's ever said that? Ever? It's so good at it. It's so good at covering ground. I just almost keep it just to do the odd long trip. You know, it absolutely devours miles. Honestly, I'll get out of it feeling fresh as a daisy at the other end. I love it. I do. I love it. Not around town so much, but on the motorways and on fast roads, it's amazing. And today, hopefully, it will look amazing. Unless Phil's not very good at cleaning cars, then it won't. But no, he is. I've seen his cars. You've seen his cars too. It's the Fiestas that have been on the dyno, the Z-Tech S and the ST. Yeah, right. Well, I'm gonna wait for him to turn up. We have a friend. Hello. Slightly greasy friend. Just stroked it. What have you been rolling in? It smells like ass. Channel member Phil has finished cleaning the C6 and it looks great. Do you feel better now?
Much better, thank you.
Because he was very unhappy that it was very messy and it's been bugging him all this time. But this is the Fiesta that was on the dyno a little while back. And you also own the Z-Tech S, don't you, yes, that was on there? They're funky wheels. Right, well, to thank you for that, you can have the first one of these.
Thank you.
That is a gift. That is from Clement's Wing.
Thank you very much.
That's all right. You're welcome. Thank you for coming and cleaning my car. But yeah, that is number one. I'm gonna do a load more of those. Cool. And that one's bigger than everyone else's because it didn't cut evenly.
Fair enough.
So yeah, but C6 is looking nice.